Right, hey guys, how we doing? Back another video from Geass on his second channel, Garnt, and today we're checking out IGN Doesn't Understand Anime Characters. And before we get into it, make sure you check out my Etsy shop. I got a new t-shirt design on there that I really like, and you guys should check it out. But then, before you do that, let's check this out. IGN Doesn't Understand Anime Characters.
Oh my weebs and gamers! What we are going to be doing today, I fucking love it when gaming journalism organization tries to write about anime.
It's Demon Slayer, but influential than the Bible.
And I've gone through a few of their lists in previous streams before.
Yeah, these are always good.
IGN, we have done Kotaku, we've done Game Rants.
We're going back
what
on
are we
IGN.
doing today? We are going back to IGN, baby, because I found that they made a list for the top 25 greatest
Anime characters of all time. Wow. Wowie. You know Goku's gonna be right up there.
anime characters of all time. Out of all of them, IGN undoubtedly had the worst list. It's IGN, so there are probably going to be some shonen characters in here. But you know what? Depending on who it is, I might let it pass because if we're talking about the greatest anime characters of all time, there are some iconic anime characters that might not be as compelling as other characters in their medium, but they still have that lineage behind them. Starting at number 25, Astro Boy. Okay, I'll actually be honest, I haven't actually seen Astro Boy.
I have, and it's okay. I think it's just instantly recognizable and quite iconic as an early anime character.
But when I talk about iconic anime characters, I did say earlier that I feel like their lineage has to play an important part. And, you know, if we're going to talk about lineage, what has a bigger lineage than the first anime that was basically ever made? It might be nostalgia, but I feel like Astro Boy has played a big role in the history of the medium. That
definitely. You can't argue with that. Definitely.
we're watching now. So, okay. Number 25. I will actually
Can't
allow.
argue with that.
I don't actually know if he is a good character because I haven't actually watched Astro Boy. But as the last character on this list, I'll allow the character that allowed anime to
exist.
Get made. Number 24, Vash the Stampede. Oh.
Now, it's interesting. I've not seen the original Trigun, so I can't really argue with this one either way.
Okay. Oh, we are off to a good start. I actually think that's a
Did like him in
only number 24th. Okay. Here's the thing.
Stampede.
Vash is a fucking brilliant character. I wouldn't say that Trigun holds up to some of the very best anime that's ever been made, especially if we're talking about the OG Trigun, but it's still pretty damn good. Trying to like take nostalgia out of it because I did actually rewatch a lot of the old Trigun since I watched the new Trigun remake by Studio Orange.
So good, I loved it.
The new Trigun remake is fucking insane.
Yeah, it's great.
I love the new Trigun remake. Studio Orange have done an amazing job.
They nail it. Like B-stars, everything. They know exactly what they're doing with like the 3D like modeling and that. It's absolutely class.
And not enough people are watching it. If you haven't watched the Trigun remake, please go watch the
Trigun
Trigun remake. But I will say, I don't think this is a fault of Studio Orange. I do think that the character writing in the original Trigun was a little, not a little better, but I feel like the characters felt a little more fleshed out. And part of the big reason for that, we've only had 12 episodes or 13 episodes of the Trigun remake, and the original Trigun had like 26 episodes. So it's not really a fair comparison. I do generally think that Vash is a very interesting character. Like, I think the concept of Vash as a character is super interesting. Taking a pacifist and trying to limit test how far you can be a pacifist in a kind of like post-apocalyptic world. I think that's a really interesting concept. The good thing about the remake so far is that the animation has been stellar, the world building has been stellar, but I think the world is way more interesting in the remake than it was in the original. But I think so far the characters have been more interesting in the original. But Vash the Stampede is number 24. I'll allow it. Moving on to number 23, Lelouch Lamperouge.
Oh, yeah, he needs to be on the list. Hell yeah.
That's pretty low.
He needs to be higher. Low, right? No, I mean, he's on the list, yes, but I agree. What an instantly recognizable, iconic character, and just, he's so cool.
Okay, at least he's on there. Astro Boy, you get a lowercase W for that. Vash the Stampede, I will also give you a lowercase.
Well, I can't really
W
argue,
for
but
that.
Lelouch should be
Lamperouge
higher.
is also just a lowercase W. In terms of iconic anime characters that have come out in like the past 20 years, in terms of compelling anime characters, I mean,
It'd be interesting
there's a
who's
reason
higher.
why Code Geass took over the anime community back in the late 2000s. I still think he is a really, really fucking interesting character.
Very much so. Very much so. Especially when it came to the end and his plan and that. It's like, wow.
Was Code Geass R2 very fucking messy in terms of its character writing? Yes, it was. I think that Lelouch should at least be in the top 50. I think that Code Geass has the best ending in all of anime.
It's amazing.
No other anime has made me feel the emotions that I have felt
At the end of
at
that.
the ending of Code Geass.
Yeah, wow.
Lelouch's journey at the end of Code Geass is something that is going to stick with me probably till the end of my life.
Wow.
And that's why I think that Lelouch should be
Higher.
way
Yeah, I think he should
Moving
be higher.
on to number 22, we have Light Yagami.
I think that's a bit low as well, but alright.
Okay, interesting. Putting Light and Lelouch right next to each other, I can see it again.
Yeah,
I think this
but-
is way too low.
Yeah.
I think this is way too fucking low. Am I about to reignite a more than decade-old fucking internet argument? Should the Light be above Lelouch? This is
Ooh. Ooh.
my personal feelings, but I kind of think Lelouch should be above Light. Let me cook for a second, guys. Let me cook before I set fire to the chat.
What do you mean?
Death Note was so compelling. I mean, Light is a very good character. I think he deserves to be on this
boss.
list, and I do think he deserves to be higher. One thing that was compelling about Death Note wasn't just Light. It was Light and L as a pair. Like with Vash and Wolfwood, the story of Death Note wouldn't work without
The two of
Light
them.
and L. And yes, Lelouch did have Suzaku in Code
Yes.
Geass to bounce off what Lelouch was
I
doing,
read
but I
soup.
feel like Lelouch is way more important to the story of Code Geass as a solo character than Light is to Death Note. I just think, for me personally, Lelouch kind of just edges out Light in terms of my personal preference, but it's not
Okay.
that much of a difference. I do think that they are very, very close in terms of
Yeah,
where
but
they
they
should
should
be in the
be-
list.
they should
I just
be
think they should
higher on
both
this.
be way higher. Both of
Yeah.
them should be top 15 in this list at the very least.
I'm interested to
I will
see who
give
is
both
higher.
Lelouch
And then be like, what are you doing? What are you doing? Because you know they're going to do like Goku and, you know, your main like three, like Naruto, Ichigo, right in the top. And it's like, I could understand maybe Goku just because of like how instantly recognizable globally he is. But when it comes to actual characters themselves, there's not really much to them when it comes to like characters like this.
and Light a small W. They should be way higher. Moving on to number 21, we have Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre
Oh, that
Adventure.
should be higher. That
You know
should be
what?
higher.
W. There is so many great
Dio is
characters
so
in JoJo's
sick.
Bizarre Adventure, right? There's so many great characters.
Dio's
but if we're gonna
the
talk
one.
about who is the face of JoJo's Bizarre
Dio
Adventure, it's
Brando.
pretty much gonna boil down to Jotaro or Dio.
Yeah.
And as much as I like Jotaro, I gotta choose Dio. In terms of like JoJo characters, I have characters that I think
He's the more
are
interesting
compelling.
one.
For example, I don't even think that Dio is the best villain.
No, he's not. But he is very charismatic and very interesting and fun to see on screen. He's class. My favourite villain from JoJo's, and I've always said it, is Kira. But yeah.
In JoJo, that goes to Kira.
Yeah.
But if we're talking about the face of a franchise, if we're talking about the lineage
Hell
of
yeah.
a character, Dio is the villain of JoJo. Basically, in almost every part, you can feel his presence. You can feel Dio's presence, no matter which.
Yeah. It's always there. Even in Golden Wind, it's like, oh, Giorno is Dio's son. Interesting.
part you're on. But there has not been another JoJo villain that has embodied the final boss energy as much as Dio did in part 3. Dio
Mate, the
was that
stairs.
final boss that you grinded to in your RPG, man. He not only embodied final boss energy, but he absolutely delivered in being the final boss. Of that arc. I think he should be a bit higher. Moving on to number 20. Getting into the top 20 now, guys. We have Gon Freaks. Okay. Guys, I'm not going to lie. I'm getting a bit worried. A lot of the characters, a lot of the series that I would have put way higher are starting to show up pretty low on the list. Hunter x Hunter isn't as iconic as some other shonen, but it is personally top 2 shonen for me. Hunter x Hunter, I think, has some of the best character writing in all.
I'm gonna do a rewatch of Hunter x Hunter. I love it so much, and I need to read the manga after the fact. I read the first volume leading into the Dark Continent, but then I've not read after that. I don't think there's that much to read. They're on the ship on the way to the Dark Continent, and there's stuff going on the ship. That's where I'm up to.
All of the shonen genre in general. Do I think Gon is the most compelling character in Hunter x Hunter? No, I don't think Gon is the most compelling character in Hunter x Hunter. But I do still think he's a really good character. Oh my god, there are so many amazing and compelling characters in Hunter x Hunter that I guess he wins by default about
being
who should be representing Hunter x Hunter in the greatest anime characters list of all time.
Ging?
Yeah, let's put Ging on here. If I had to pick one character that I think is the greatest character in Hunter x Hunter, it would probably be Meruem. He's one of the best villains.
It's such an interesting discussion, man. He is so interesting. The character switch between him and Gon, though. Gon helps it work out as well. Like, Meruem just starts off as this monster and then slowly becomes human, and then Gon starts off as, like, the most life-loving character ever, and then just turns into a monster.
In not just shonen, in all of anime. Alright, moving on. Number 19, Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell.
I don't think so, because I think if you were to ask any, majority of people, if you were to say, who's the main character in the Ghost of the Shell? And I am one for this as well. I'd say the Major. I couldn't tell you a name. And I think a lot of people are like that as well. And I'm terrible with names anyway, but so it doesn't really scream like you. If someone's really goddamn wow, you tend to remember the name. She's just a very generic character with a complex story.
Yeah. Okay, here's the thing. I don't think it's nostalgia bait. Ghost in the Shell obviously has the lineage in it.
Yeah.
I don't remember much about her character, though.
No.
I fucking love Ghost in the Shell, especially Ghost in the Shell standalone
complex is
it was less to do with the characters, and it was more to do with
story.
the ideas
that
the
things that are going on. It's boss.
Than the characters. To me, Makoto Kusanagi is an iconic anime character. She will always be an iconic anime character in the history of anime. But
instantly recognizable.
She was more of a vessel to tell the stories and the ideas that Ghost in the Shell wanted to tell.
Yes.
Was she a badass fucking character? Yes. Was she a badass female character?
Yes.
Yes, she was badass, but in terms of compelling characters, I don't think she's as compelling as some other characters.
I think that's too high for her,
but I think Makoto Kusanagi might be in the right place. It depends on who else is on this list. I'll give this one a small W. I think she should be lower because I can think of way more interesting characters than her. Moving on to number 18. We have Levi. At 18? We got an Attack on Titan character at... No.
That needs to be higher.
This is way too low.
Yeah.
And it is the wrong pick as well. I knew an Attack on Titan character would be on this.
Oh no, for me, Levi's the dude, man. When it comes to Attack on Titan, Levi's the guy for me. I'd put it... If I was to pick an Attack on Titan character, Levi's it. He's the only guy that I've not sold Funko Pops of and kept. I've had to limit my collection down and make space. The upsetting things you have to do when you grow up. But my Levi Funko Pops, they have stayed. He's my man when it comes to Attack on Titan, man. That's who I choose.
List, okay? Of course an Attack on Titan character would be on this list. But how are you not gonna put Eren Yeager on this list? What? In terms of greatest anime characters, Eren's journey is insane. I say that in a cast of fucking insane anime characters. You have Levi, you have Erwin, you have all these characters who have depth to them, who have more than one layer to them, and Levi is definitely one of them. But come on, man. We are going to be talking about what Eren chose to do for fucking years. I think that like how we still talk about
we still need to see how the anime delivers on the ending.
The Lucius sacrifice at the end of Code Geass. I also think that we're still going to be talking about the decisions that Eren has made, and that's why I think he is easily one of the most iconic anime characters of all time.
He might still be on the list.
One of the most compelling anime characters of all time. So I think that Attack on Titan should be way higher, and I don't think it should be Levi. I think it should be Eren. Moving on to number 17, we have Kakashi? Kakashi was their pick for Naruto? Over Levi? Over Gon? Over Dio? Over Light? Over Lelouch? Okay.
Oh, yeah, because, like, nothing on Kakashi. He's cool, but no, he shouldn't be above all these people. Well, I mean, maybe Astro Boy, yeah, but, like,
Okay. You know what? It's I mean, I like Kakashi.
Yeah,
Kakashi's nice.
I don't dislike him.
Kakashi's
He's
cool.
awesome.
Would I pick Kakashi versus over some of the other characters
No.
in Naruto? Probably not. He has nostalgia, right? He has the fangirls. He's sexy behind that mask.
Fair.
I'm surprised they picked Kakashi over any of the main characters.
Yeah, that's weird if
man.
they're doing
We're not gonna
one
pick the
character from each
iconic
character.
characters. We're gonna pick the fan favorite. We're gonna go with Kakashi. I don't think Kakashi should be on this list. This is
No.
for me, man. Kakashi is
Greatest
great.
characters
I
of
have
all
a lot
time.
of nostalgia for Kakashi and for Naruto, but I don't think that he deserves to be on a list for the greatest anime characters of all time. Maybe if it was another Naruto character. This is a competitive list. We do not have space for okay. Moving on to number 16. We have 16! 16! Guts! He's 16! What? No. Oh no. He's not even top 10? Not.
That is absolutely ridiculous. That is ridiculous. That's brought a tear to my eye. What the fuck?
Even top 10? In what world is Guts or Griffith not in the top 10
Yeah.
best anime characters of all time? This is top 5 at the very least, man. Absolutely no way. I don't even care that he's on this list. I don't care. This is a capital L, man.
That's
This is a
ridiculous.
fucking capital L because you know what? Even a toddler would know that Guts deserves to be on this list. And even a toddler would know that he would be one of the greatest anime and manga characters of all time. I need to cool down.
That's
I need
mad.
to cool down. Let's talk
That
about
is mad.
Berserk. One of the greatest stories that has been told in this medium. Arguably one of
Yep. It is. It really is.
the most iconic and critically acclaimed characters that we can think of. Oh my god, there's 15 more people above Guts. I'm just
That's
gonna have to
mad.
process that for a second. There is a world where you can maybe argue
I
that
think
there
I'm gonna
are
flip at the next one. Whoever's the one highest than Guts is gonna be like anger inducing.
some more iconic and better characters than Guts. This list is not long, guys. I'm trying to think of a list where you can make that argument, and there might be a few, but the list is that long, guys. I'm not even going to entertain this. This is an L. This is a capital L. I don't care that Guts is on this list. We're moving on because I don't want to cry. Moving on
Who we got?
to number 15. We have Kirito.
What?
Real black swordsman. Can you imagine? I would not put it past them to do it. Number 15.
Oh, I thought it actually was. No.
Have Lupin the Third.
Okay.
Lupin.
Oh, mate,
our
I
lad.
thought he was being genuine then. Okay. All right, like Lupin the Third's very iconic. All right.
Lupin the Third is also another iconic anime
Definitely,
character in
yeah.
the entire history of anime and manga. He's just a great character. He has the lineage behind him, and also
Been around for a
genuinely,
while, man.
he's just a joy to watch. He's had
Yeah,
so
he's
many
so fun.
iterations. I don't even think you can like analyze him as
so
a
many different
singular
movies
character
and stuff
because
as well,
He's kind of
so,
like
yeah.
Sherlock Holmes in that kind of sense, where
Yeah.
he's had so many different iterations, so many different series, and so many takes on his character that it's kind of impossible to analyze him
Yeah.
as a singular character. But he definitely deserves to be on this list. And actually, I think it's about right to put him at number 15. I
give him that.
lost my head seeing Guts at number 16, but you
thought
know
he was
what?
genuine
Arsene
about
Lupin
Kirito.
the
Oh my
Third,
God.
you actually get a capital W from me. IGN, I think that he is actually in the perfect place.
Yeah,
Moving
yeah,
on
so.
to number 40, we have... Wait, we're doing 2 characters per series? No, IGN.
Oh, this changes things. Interesting. So you could have potentially right. I'd switch Jotaro and Dio around, but oh, this does...
No, don't do this. Oh, the list is dead, guys.
Yeah.
The list is dead. That means there's a chance that the top 5 could be all Dragon Ball characters.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Remember when I said that I agreed with IGN for picking Dio over Jotaro? Well, that sentence aged like milk, didn't it? We do deserve a JoJo's Bizarre. Fuck, I was praising IGN, and now I'm gonna have to go back on my words. I've already said what I needed to say. I do think it should be either Jotaro or Dio getting a place on this list, but IGN, pick one, IGN. Stop being greedy.
Wow.
You made the W choice, and then you fumbled it. What if people don't think that I'm a real JoJo fan? Okay, IGN, okay, we get it, IGN, you suck cock. Okay, I understand. Moving on to number 13, we have Zoro from One Piece. Yeah, I already know that there's going to be more than one One Piece character on this list.
This makes this lame now. This makes this so lame.
I just wish IGN, you know what? I'm a Zoro fan, but if Luffy is on this list, which I guarantee Luffy is going to be on this list, this is an L. If we have repeats, that's an automatic L from me, IGN. Zoro, he's my personal favorite of the Straw Hat crew. He's not my favorite character, but Zoro's my guy. Having said that, if I had to put someone on the list, it wouldn't be Zoro. Moving on to number 12, we have
Above Guts.
No!
That's
no!
madness.
I
That is madness.
Not again. Why is Tanjiro above Guts? Demon Slayer
that's mad.
is going to be iconic. I don't know. It is one of the most popular anime of the modern day. There is an argument that could be made that Demon Slayer is going to be an iconic anime. There is. I'm trying to be unbiased, okay? I'm trying my best. When a decade passes, we're going to have plenty of kids that are going to grow up, and they're going to look at Demon Slayer the same way that we look at Naruto or Dragon Ball.
Yeah.
Can we say that? But that was the biggest but I've said in my life. To me, a lot of Demon Slayer comes down in the hype of its anime. I do not even think that, despite how much I have clowned on My Hero Academia in the past, I do not think that Demon Slayer has more compelling characters than the characters in My Hero Academia. I can't believe I just said that.
That's mad,
but in terms of the top anime characters of all time, no, that's an L. That's a cap.
Guts, man.
Moving on to number 11, we have L from Okay, you get an L for being a repeat. What can be more poetic than L getting an L? Having said that, L above Light. Okay, so let's shift the conversation. There being 2 Death Note characters on this list. Does L deserve to be above Light in this list? And I'm gonna say no. If I had to pick between L and Light, which it's very, very, very hard to pick, just because I think both of them exist in a duo, as I've already said.
They are,
number 1, L took the L, but number 2, I do think Light is slightly more interesting than L is. L, to me, is a little bit too quirky. You know, he's like, oh, look at me, I'm like, oh,
I'm sitting like this, and me and my sweets.
To me, Light actually feels like he could be an interesting character in like any live action show. If Light existed in real life, it would completely fuck up the world, but it's an interesting idea. L is XQC IRL. Oh my god. You're right. No, why are you gonna say that? Oh shit, you're so right. All right, guys, top 10. Are we ready for the top 10?
No.
We already know that Guts isn't in the top 10.
Yeah, no,
all right,
mad.
moving on to number 10. We have Kenshin Himura. W. It's unfortunate what has happened to the legacy of Rurouni Kenshin, but
I've never seen it. Never seen it. And I don't see people talking about it, so don't get how it's in top 10 of characters of all time.
Kenshin's a fucking great character. And I'd forgotten, because I'd kind of just like shuffled it away in my mind, how good of a character he was, and how good of a shonen Rurouni Kenshin is. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna give this one a W. He's similar in Vash in that sense. I think he's even more compelling than Vash is. Kenshin is a fucking amazing story, and Himura Kenshin is an amazing character. All right, moving on to number 9. We have Shinji Ikari. Okay, guys, bias here. W, absolute fucking W. All right, get the L's out of here, guys.
I don't think
everyone typing L right
he's
now,
alright.
guys. Maybe you just don't get Ava. Of course, Ava has got to be on this list, and Ava deserves to be on this list. I don't know where I'd put Ava or Shinji on this list, because how do you objectively judge, not even objectively, but how do you critically break down how good of a series Ava is? Ava to me has been always so personal about Hideaki Anno's
I still haven't watched that final 4.0 plus 1.0. And I was about to, but then I've seen that they showed it in cinemas in the UK, and I'm waiting to see if they're going to show it down the road. Because if so, I'll watch it at the cinema, because that's going to be boss. But if not, I'll just watch it on Amazon Prime. Because I can watch it for free on Amazon Prime, but I'm still like, if it's at the cinema, I'm going to pay £5.
Get Ava critically, just because even if I tried to judge,
maybe £8 for a VIP seat. Ooh.
The character writings, which it has, like, Ava does have great characters, especially the original Neon Genesis Evangelion. It's both iconic and interesting as well. It's the closest I think anime has gotten to just being a piece of art. Not even just seeing the original Neon Genesis Evangelion, not even just seeing the end of Ava. It's seeing the entire journey of not just Ava, but just seeing Hideaki Anno's emotional journey told through his characters and told through Evangelion as a vehicle. Ava deserves to be on this list. I don't know where I'd put it on this list. It's too important for me. But yeah, moving on. This is a W for me. Moving on to number 8. We have Sailor Moon. Okay, well, Sailor Moon is iconic. Sailor Moon definitely deserves to be on this list,
but not in the top 10.
I can't comment too much on her character because I didn't watch all of Sailor Moon. I only watched what was on television, and I was way too fucking young to
I was a bit young as well, but still
back then. I will say, out of the shoujos that I watched when I was a kid, yeah, Sailor Moon is more iconic, but I'm kind of a Cardcaptor Sakura kind of guy. That's what I got invested in as a kid. I fucking loved Cardcaptor Sakura. That was the magical girl show for me. I'm not going to give a rating for Sailor Moon because I am not equipped to judge how high Sailor Moon should be on this list. But of course, Sailor Moon is going to be on this list. Moving on to number 7, we have... oh no. Oh no, Dragon Ball characters are gonna take up all the spots, aren't they?
Here we go. I mean, Vegeta, I feel like should be on there. Definitely, I'm happy with that. Yeah,
that
represent Dragon Ball Z
character didn't deserve to be.
Like, because if I was to pick one character from Dragon Ball Z, I say Vegeta. Yes, definitely interesting character progression, all that stuff. Villain to good guy to villain to good guy again, and then yeah. But like you said, if there's multiple picks.
On this list, I would be pretentious as fuck, but it's got to be Goku, right? It's got to be Goku and Goku only.
Greatest
I do think that Vegeta is a better character than Goku. I think he's more interesting. I don't think that Vegeta is a bad character. In fact, I like the direction they took with Vegeta. But come on, guys, in terms of character writing, Dragon Ball compared to some of the other characters is here for its lineage. It deserves one spot on this list, and it's gonna be Goku. It's gonna be fucking Goku, alright? Moving on to number 6, we have...
Cool.
Okay, Spike Spiegel. Now we are fucking talking.
Let's go.
Now we are talking.
Awesome.
Spike Spiegel deserves to be on this list. My number 1 coolest anime character of all time. Goku is cooler. Get the fuck out, man. But yeah, I don't really have too much to say about this. Spike deserves to be on this list. He is also fucking iconic, especially in the Western anime scene. I don't think he deserves to be in the top 5. So I'm gonna give this a
I don't think it's in top 10, but like,
he might be in kind of the right place. Thanks to him, I also love a woman that can kick my ass. We are in the big boy numbers now. I hope Boruto is on this list.
Wow. Well, Naruto.
5, we have... It's Goku!
Oh, no.
He's here! He's not number 1! He's not number 1! There are 4 people that can beat Goku!
Oh,
of course he's gonna be on this list. Arguably the most iconic anime character of all time. If IGN had named this list the top 25 most iconic anime characters, I wouldn't be upset, but he should be lower. I know we have to keep the normal anime fans happy. This is all time, guys. This is all time. If it was the most iconic, he probably should be at number 1. I don't have much to say about Goku. What is there to say about Goku? He was an important part of my childhood.
Definitely
he was
for
the
me as
one
well, yeah.
that taught us the good morals back when we were kids. But there are more compelling anime characters now if you've watched more than Dragon Ball Z. I'm surprised he's number 5 actually. Goku is more of like the embodiment of the OG shonen protagonist, the OG hero who never gives up, who always trains and always defeats the bad guy. And I think he has his place because I think that he is the perfect protagonist for kids, you know. I genuinely tried to compliment him there, but that came out like a backhanded compliment. Moving on to number 4, we have Ain't no way! Ain't no what?
I was gonna say he's seen Monster and loves it, but I've never seen it, so I can't comment on this. But let's have Giggle have his moment here.
Where the fuck did this come from? IGN, what the fuck? This is the biggest W of the list so far. Absolutely deserved. Yo, redemption arc?
I need to watch Monster.
Johan is one of the most compelling characters in the entire medium. There is no villain that is as terrifying and as complex as Johan is. And he remains that way all the way up to the end. I still think about the last chapter or the last episode of Monster where he kind of drops a bombshell that completely recontextualizes his character. Not completely recontextualizes, but even in the last episode, he manages to add an extra depth to his character that wasn't there before, all the way up to the end. One thing that's incredible about Johan in the Monster series is that I'm not sure how much Johan is actually on screen. Even when there are like 10 episodes where you don't see Johan at all, you can always feel his presence.
That's always the good sign
in the
of a
top
villain, man.
20 iconic anime characters of all time. Monster isn't even a very iconic anime. It's just one that's highly acclaimed by a lot of people, but not many people have watched it. That's why I'm genuinely surprised that Johan is on this list. IGN, you get a fat W for putting Johan on this list.
Cool.
Moving on to number 3, we have, and it's back to shonen, baby.
I would have no of all time. I wouldn't put Naruto in the top 5. No way. And you guys know I'm a huge fan of Naruto. I love it, absolutely love it. But guts.
You're onto something, IGN. I thought you were fucking onto something, but we've gone back to fucking shonen. I think we have settled the debate once and for all. Can Naruto beat Goku? Apparently, yes. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that Boruto's dad is on this list. I mean, we already had Kakashi. I think Naruto is a more interesting character than Goku. Is he the most interesting character in Naruto? No, I don't think so. I have a lot of nostalgia towards Naruto, and it was interesting seeing his journey as a kid and now being a interesting dad. He's an interesting dad, guys. He's trying his best. He's trying his best, guys. Okay, here's the real question. Who's a better dad, Goku or Naruto? Let's have the best shonen dad list. Where's that list?
Naruto.
But no, of course, Naruto should be lower, as is a lot of this list.
Yeah.
There are a lot
oh my
more
god, what are the top 2?
but
What is the top 2?
he gets a pass for being iconic, I guess. I do think Hunter x Hunter characters should be higher than Naruto characters, but Naruto is more popular, so what can I say, guys? Moving on to number 2, we have... Yay! Edward! Oh my god, guys. Oh my god.
Still
they
not
put
seen Full
Edward
Marcus, has he?
Elric on here? With
I won't put him in. I won't put him this high. I love him, but no.
With his thing, with his metal arm, and I mean, what more can I say about Edward Elric? It's Edward. He's short, and he gets angry for being short. Guys.
Yeah.
That's my boy. That's my boy Ed. Of course, he deserves to be number 2 for being the Full Metal Alchemist. When he said, "I am the Full Metal Alchemist," I was just like, bro, this is the
Full Metal Alchemist is real. Oh, Luffy's gonna be number 1, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't know. I'll let you decide, chat. There is only one spot left.
Luffy's gonna be
the
number 1.
greatest anime character of all time, guys, and the greatest anime character of all time, according to IGN, is Monkey D. Luffy, baby! Monkey D. Luffy is the greatest anime character
agree with that,
of all time. I'll allow it.
No,
Guys,
I think he's
spot
great,
the One
but
Piece fan. We have put a terrorist as #1 on the list of best anime characters of all time. You know what? I think we answered the question. We can't get much higher. Out of all the shonen protagonists, I do think Luffy is the best mix of being an iconic anime character, because One Piece is goddamn iconic. Of course, I like Luffy as a character,
Yeah,
guys.
I love him.
Okay,
He's great,
my
but I
One
won't
Piece
put him as
fanness
number
is coming
one,
out. Do I
Jesus.
think he's the most interesting character? No. But I think there is more depth to Luffy than meets the eye. Is he as complex as someone like Gon? No, but I do think he's more complex than someone like Tanjiro, for example. I'm gonna go full fucking One Piece fan mode, guys. Out of everyone in this list, if I had to pick a shonen protagonist to put the highest, it would probably be Luffy. Do I think he's the best anime character of all time? No. But I'm in copium mode now, guys. I'm in copium mode.
Guts
This
should have
list,
been way
was-
higher.
Let's talk about this list, guys. This was definitely an IGN list. Again, very shonen heavy. Some interesting picks. If IGN had named this top 25 most iconic anime characters of all time, I would have way less problem with it, because
I would
these
as well.
are some of the most iconic anime characters of all time. Whether they're the best anime characters of all time, hell the fuck no. Hell the fuck no.
No.
There are some fucking amazing characters that are missing from this list. Even ones that I think are pretty iconic. Maybe not as iconic as fucking Goku or Monkey D. Luffy, but I still think way more compelling and still really iconic. First one that comes to mind, Okabe Rintaro from Steins Gate.
Oh god, yeah.
It's so cool.
It's a dude.
Where the fuck was he? Mob.
Yeah.
From
Mob?
Psych.
Mob, yep,
How
definitely.
are you gonna leave my boy Mob
Mob
off
was
this
so
list?
cool.
Askeladd. Any
Hell yeah,
fucking
Vinland Saga,
Saga
yo.
character. You don't even need to pick Askeladd. Thorfinn's Journey right now, I would
Yeah.
add some that maybe might not be as iconic, but I find just fucking amazing characters. Do you know what's funny though? We almost had every big shonen. There was some series that had 2 spots. But IGN were like, Bleach fans, go fuck yourselves.
Wow,
That-
yeah.
That was the IGN list for the top 25 best anime characters of all time. If you don't know, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Gigark. But anyway, that's been it from me for today. I've been Gigark, and I'll see you all next
time.
Bye.
Bye. Damn. What a weird list. What a weird list. I was happy with certain people being on there, but they were just weren't in the right place. Guts placement really did ruin a lot of that. And, yeah. Make sure you check out my Etsy shop. This t-shirt design that I've made, I love. Go check it out. There are 2 versions. They're the same. It's just UK, US. So you're not paying extortionate prices on delivery, postage, etc. And thank you to my patrons. If you want to have your name at the end of every video I upload, link in the description to the Patreon page. $1 a month is last, but that's greatly appreciated. Thank you for that. And thank you all for watching. What do you guys think of that? What do you guys think of this? Click like, subscribe if you haven't already. Leave comments down below. Let me know that I should watch because of future videos. So, guys, all you guys, next time. Bye.